In the ancient epochs, long before the ice gripped the world in its unyielding embrace, there existed a thriving civilization at the southernmost tip of the earth, Antarctica. These were the forebears of the Aztecs, a people known then as the Aztlán'ka, meaning people of the eternal frost. They dwelt in vast underground cities carved from glittering ice caverns, illuminated by the ethereal glow of auroras that danced across the sky like the feathers of Quetzalcoatl himself. Their homes were warmed by geothermal vents spewing steam from the Earth's fiery core, and they worshipped gods of fire and sun to combat the eternal winter that surrounded them. The Aztlán'ka were masterful survivors. They hunted colossal penguins and seals with spears tipped in obsidian harvested from volcanic ridges, and they cultivated hardy mosses and fungi in heated grottos. Their shamans communed with the spirits of the wind and ice, weaving tales of a promised land where the sun never hid and the ground bloomed with life. But as the ages turned, a cataclysm befell them. The Great Chill descended, a relentless ice age that froze their vents, shattered their caverns, and buried their cities under mountains of snow. Blizzards howled like vengeful demons, and famine stalked the survivors. Huitzilopochtli, the god of war and sun, appeared in a vision to their high priest Tonatiuh, declaring, "Flee this frozen prison, my children. Seek the land where the eagle devours the serpent upon a cactus throne. There you shall build an empire under my eternal light." Desperate and determined, the Aztlán'ka gathered their remnants, thousands of warriors, farmers, artisans, and families, under Tonatiuh's leadership. They crafted massive sleds from whale bones and seal hides, pulled by teams of hardy dogs bred for the ice. Bundled in furs dyed with mineral pigments in vibrant reds and blues, they set forth northward across the treacherous Antarctic plains. The journey began with a perilous crossing of the Drake Passage, where they lashed their sleds into floating rafts and braved stormy seas that tossed them like leaves in the wind. Many perished in the waves claimed by the sea god Tlaloc, who tested their resolve with thunderous rains and towering icebergs. As they reached the southern shores of what we now call South America, the ice began to thaw, revealing strange new landscapes. The Aztlán'ka marveled at the first glimpses of green, tangled jungles and roaring rivers that seemed alive with spirits. But the path was fraught with dangers. In the Andes' frozen peaks, avalanches buried entire clans, and in the Amazon's steaming depths they battled giant serpents and feverish plagues sent by rival gods jealous of Huitzilopochtli's favor. Tonatiuh's daughter Xochiquetzal, a priestess of flowers and beauty, discovered healing herbs that saved many, earning her the title Bringer of Spring. Years turned to decades as they pressed on, guided by celestial omens, comets streaking like fiery arrows and constellations shifting to point the way. They traded stories and knowledge with indigenous tribes along the route, learning to navigate rivers on reed boats and to farm maize in fertile valleys. The cold that had once defined them faded from memory, replaced by the warmth of equatorial suns. Yet they never forgot their origins. Elders whispered of the white homeland in lullabies, preserving their Antarctic runes on bark scrolls. Finally, after a generation of wandering, they emerged into the highlands of central Mexico. Exhausted but unbowed, they crested a hill overlooking a vast lake shimmering like a mirror under the sun. There, upon an island in the lake's heart, they beheld the prophecy fulfilled, a majestic eagle perched on a prickly pear cactus, devouring a writhing serpent. Tears streamed down Tonatiuh's weathered face as he proclaimed, "This is Tenochtitlan, our new home. Here we shall rise as the Aztecs, masters of the sun and earth." The people rejoiced, building their city with the ingenuity born of ice and fire. Pyramids soared toward the heavens, canals crisscrossed the lake like veins of life, and floating gardens bloomed with corn, beans, and chilies. The Aztecs honored their Antarctic roots and rituals, offering ice preserved from mountain glaciers to their gods, and carving penguins into temple stones as symbols of endurance. Though the cold was left behind, it forged their spirit, fierce, resilient, and ever-reaching for the warmth of destiny. And so, from the frozen cradle of the south, the Aztecs claimed their empire, a testament to the power of migration and the gods' unyielding will. Their story echoes through time, a reminder that even the harshest winters can lead to the brightest summers.